Coach, obviously want to get your reaction to losing Idris and what kind of camp he was having.
First off, it's devastating, not only for this team, but I feel bad for Idris. Like, just all the work he didn't put in. He was having a tremendous camp. He really was starting to separate himself. Like, I could see him having a great season. So it's unfortunate for him. Obviously, it's unfortunate for the team, but like I told the guys, it's now it's the next man up.
Coach, you obviously recruited Dejan at Penn State, coached him there for 2 years, pursued him out of the portal, and brought him here with some other guys who were in the portal as well. What did you like about him? How was he growing over this offseason?
Well, obviously, you look at him, his size, his athleticism, his speed, and just from this point a year ago to now, the growth in him is unbelievable. So he keep moving his game each day. He's getting better and better. So we're going to need it out of him. We're going to need him to play really good football. So hopefully he'll just continue doing what he's doing in camp right now.
What's the biggest growth from year to year?
Just how he's seeing the game and his speed, his pace of his game is slowed down. He really not just guessing. Now he really reading it out and he understands what's happening in front of him, and he's doing a nice job.
There'll be a lot of assumption, I guess, that he just elevates into Farouk's spot. What's the competition level in your room, and how do you manufacture some depth in that room now?
Well, I thought we had great depth before E went down. I thought you just rotating. You had 6 guys rotating. Obviously, we was going to have to declare starters, but I felt good about the depth. But obviously, when you lose a impact player like E, you have to reshuffle, reorganize. But we still got some really good players in that room. We should be, good enough to play good football and good, solid pass defense and run defense with the guys we got left.
Among those guys, what specifically has Dylan Lewis done to get your guys' attention and show improvement?
Well, Lou, he just coming out each day. He's a little bit limited to start the camp off. He back full go. So each day, like all these guys, it's like I tell them, like the tape is your resume. So you just got to keep practicing, keep putting it on tape, and he's doing a nice job with it as he getting more and more reps and getting his feet back underneath him.
What have you seen out of Quay Moss? Obviously, he was a priority in the portal. What do you see out of him, and how much flexibility could he give you in the back end?
Well, Quay can give you flexibility all over the place. He's a tremendous football player, twitchy, fast, tough, loves to play the game, show up every day ready to compete. So we're really happy that we got him. He's been a big impact in our secondary, and I'm looking forward to watching him play this year.
You developed 4 NFL draft picks at Penn State. Just what translates into identifying that kind of talent, and do you see any similar traits in this year in Tennessee?
Well, obviously it start with the player. A lot of coaches get, we can pat ourselves on the back, by sending these guys to the league. We are a part of it, but when you get really good players, you just got to, point them in the right direction, get them in the scheme, and let their true talent and the reason you recruited them take over. So we got real talent in our room, and they just got to keep developing, and you do it through practice, but the real test gonna be when they're playing the game.
Coach, TJ Metcalf comes in with 37 games of a career experience, but has had to learn a new system since arriving here. What have you seen from him over the summer and in camp in terms of his development?
Well, he's a mature kid. First off, this is his 3rd defense in 4 years that he's been in. So obviously he's smart. He can pick up stuff. He got some leadership qualities to him, and you can tell that he's been in the games. Like he's been in this conference. He's been in the Big Ten. Like this dude done played big time football, and he's been in big time environments. So the moment ain't too big for him, and he's just steady Eddie.
Adam, you're trying to decide who to put out there. Is it more important for them to understand the assignment, the concept of what you guys want, or is it more important just for the raw talent of the guy? Which one do you have more of right now, the understanding of the defense or the talent?
No, I think all the guys, I'm very pleased where they are understanding our system and what we want done. Do we need to get some things cleaned up? Yes, but that's why we practice. But, you know, like the raw talent piece, you know, you can't put the raw talent out there if you don't know what to do, because the raw talent won't come out because he'll just be spinning around in a circle. So it's a combination of both. And like I say, right now, these dudes in good spots. They'll be ready to play. They should be ready to play winning football.
Last two, Brent Vince.
I'm curious for you, have you taught that the concepts of it any differently this year than you did last year? I know you were learning it, but having been in it for a year, do you teach it differently now than you did last August?
Yeah, because I really understand what Coach No's looking for. You know, a year ago, you know, first time working with him, you know, I was kind of learning on the run with the kids. This year, I know what he wants out of the defense, know how he wants the technique played, know what he expects out of the technique, and I think I am. I'm a better teacher this year than I was a year ago.
Last one.
Coach Apple mentioned after the scrimmage that you guys did over 50% tackling in that scrimmage, and you've done more of it in camp. How are you seeing that tackling impact and translate onto the field to try to improve in that area?
Well, again, if you want to be a great tackling team, you have to tackle. So I believe that. I grew up like that. All the coaches I work for, just being a player, like you got to get used to going to the ground and wrapping people up and putting, having contact. But I think with all the stuff we're doing in training camp, our angles becoming better. They're understanding what kind of tackle they need to make on certain kind of angles they're coming in on. So, you know, now the game gonna be the test. The true game gonna be the test. But I'm pleased with where we at as far as how we tackling, how we approaching on our angles, and how the kids just taking pride in knowing what kind of tackle to make or knowing what kind of tackle to show us they're making on every play.
Thank you.
All right. Y'all have a great one.